February 28, 2026. It's the start of the war in Iran. One day in, the governor of Texas shares a video to his 1.4 million followers on X. The clip shows a US warship in the middle of a battle shooting down what appears to be an Iranian drone or aircraft. A separate clip racked up around 70 million views as authentic Iran war footage. None of these were real. Every clip mentioned came from a video game: War Thunder, Arma 3. What's going on? Verified accounts on X, mainstream news anchors, foreign governments, all of them sharing video game clips as combat journalism. Here's the strange part. This is happening right when AI, video generation, is supposed to be the big story. Here's the part that should bother you. I'm gonna make one of these in about 15 minutes on my personal computer, and so can you, or anyone. OpenAI's most expensive video model couldn't do this convincingly today. A video game from 2013 can, with a human. Hooray for humanity. The AI safety conversation in 2026 is fixated on Sora 2 VO Runway. Text-to-video tools that generate clips from a prompt. They cost real money. A 10-second Sora 2 clip runs you $1 on the cheap tier. On the high definition, 3 to 5. There's a whole detection industry built around catching what these tools produce and get wrong. Warped hands, drifting lip sync, the statistical fingerprints diffusion models leave behind. Game engines produce none of these tells. Arma 3, the most misused or used game in the genre, is a 2013 rasterization engine. It draws pictures by projecting 3D polygons onto a 2D screen and painting them with shaders. The artifacts it leaves behind are completely different from anything AI generates. The level of detail pop-in, the baked lighting that doesn't quite match real physics, particle effects that follow game engine rules instead of fluid dynamics. AI detectors are trained to spot the diffusion model output. But they look at the rasterized game frames and they see nothing wrong, because there's nothing they were trained to look for. There's an academic term for this failure mode: out of distribution. Recent benchmarks of state-of-the-art deepfake detectors against in-the-wild content showed accuracy drops near 50%. The detectors aren't broken. They're solving the wrong problem. So here's the recipe. Step 1. Pick your game. The two popular choices, the heavyweights, are War Thunder and Arma 3. War Thunder is free on Steam. That's where almost every famous naval and aircraft clip from the Iran war so far has come from, including the one the governor of Texas shared earlier. Arma 3 runs about $30, also on Steam. It's a Czech military simulation from 2013, and it has over 20,000 community-built mods on its Steam workshop. Together, those mods let you recreate any modern conflict in very convincing detail. You get real-world military hardware, terrain that matches actual conflict zones, and lighting that looks roughly correct. You don't need to be good at the game. You're not playing it. You're using it as a video movie maker, a 3D scene generator. Step 2. Stage the scene. This is where the real craft is. Pick your scenario. The viral clips are almost always simple. A ship firing at an aircraft, a missile hitting a vehicle, a low-altitude flyby. I'm staging the same kind of scene we looked at earlier. A naval ship engaging an aircraft. War Thunder lets me set this up in custom battle, pick the vehicles, and use replay mode for a cinematic camera angle. You got no HUD, no health bars, no notifications. Most of the people doing this are military simulation enthusiasts. They do it because it's fun. It's a hobby. The footage they make genuinely impressive, and a lot of it is uploaded with clear "this is gameplay" labels. The deception happens later, downstream, when someone else strips off the disclaimer and recaptions the clip. Step 3. Capture it badly, on purpose. This is the step that makes the whole thing work. and almost nobody talks about it. You do not record clean gameplay that looks great. Clean 4K screen capture is gonna look like a video game, because that's what it is. What you do instead is pick up your phone and point it at your monitor. Film the screen. Look what happens. The phone's auto exposure can't keep up. The refresh rate mismatch creates faint banding across the image. Your hands shake naturally. The lens distorts slightly at the edges. The phone's compression chews up the image whenever there's motion. You've just added every signal your brain associates with person witness this with their phone. And all of it is for free. Step 4. Caption it. Breaking Iranian missile strike on USS Tennessee. There's your entire post-production. The caption did all the work. Once a viewer's brain accepts framing, that they're looking at footage from a real war, every visual artifact from there reads us confirmation of it. Authenticity instead of suspicion. The low resolution becomes shot in the chaos. The shaking becomes the witness was scared. The compression becomes sent via low bandwidth from the field. That's the whole recipe. Pick a game, stage a scene, film off your monitor, caption it. The entire global ecosystem of fake war footage in 2026 runs on just those 4 steps. Now look at what's happening on the viewer side. You have been watching dramatized combat your entire life. Video games like Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. Movies like Black Hawk Down and Saving Private Ryan. Every battle scene in every action movie since the 80s. Your brain has a stored visual grammar for what war looks like, and almost all of it is synthetic. There is very little high-quality real combat footage in the popular media. Real war, when it gets filmed, is mostly distant, shaky, and confusing. Game footage shot off a phone screen lines up perfectly with the grammar your brain already has. It's framed, it's dramatic, the explosion is in the center of the shot. You've been trained all your lives to recognize this aesthetic as combat. Bohemia Interactive, the studio that makes Arma 3, publishes a how to spot fake guide that leans on technical tells. Low resolution, shaky camera, dark scenes, and missing audio. The problem is those tells describe exactly what people expect combat footage to look like. The features that should be triggering suspicion are the features that scream authenticity. Your fake detection system, the one your brain runs automatically, is upside down. X, formerly known as Twitter, has a policy today, as of March 3rd, 2026. If you post AI-generated war footage without a disclosure, you'll lose monetization for 90 days. Second offense, permaban. The policy was announced after X's product team identified a single guy in Pakistan running 31 hacked accounts to flood the platform with AI war videos. In X's product head's own words, in 99% of the cases, it's just people looking to game monetization. Read the policy carefully. AI generated, not synthetic, not manipulated, not rendered. A clip from War Thunder is none of those things. It's rasterized output from a 2013 video game with no AI involvement at any stage in the pipeline. Platform's AI detection systems won't flag it, because there's no diffusion model, no AI fingerprint to flag. The platform's new policy doesn't cover it, it's not AI. The loophole isn't a bug, it's the policy doing exactly what it says. 2 takeaways. 1. The AI safety conversation in 2026 is mostly looking in the wrong direction. The most shared synthetic war footage of the year wasn't made by Sora or Veo or Runway, or any of the billion-dollar company tools driving the current moral panic. It was made by a video game older than TikTok, modded by unpaid hobbyists and captioned by trolls, and shared by elected officials and influencers. None of the detection startups built around AI output touched any of it. 2. This isn't a problem better detectors will solve, because it isn't a technology problem. It's a viewer problem. A brain trained for 30 years by Call of Duty and Hollywood movies to recognize a specific aesthetic as war. The hard part of solving this isn't detection. It's us, the audience. We've been fooled all our lives. Now it's time to learn better. If this was useful, please subscribe. Until next time, this was War But Why, over and out.